How are you? How are you today?
Great. How are you?
Not bad. I appreciate you reaching out to me and trying to figure out some of these issues that are going on with your dad and Albert and the dietitian and just all the care home in general. And so I'm here to maybe put some things together that maybe some interventions and other things that we could do to really help your dad hopefully pull out of it, kind of the depression he's in, and also get his health back. And so, um, anyway, that's kind of the goal. I appreciate you meeting with me today, um, and I can't express my just feelings that I have in this situation. Um, I had my own dad kind of go through the same thing, and so I really identify with what you're feeling right now. And so, anyway, that's what we're here to help. Can you tell me in your own words what's kind of going on with you and Albert and the dietitian and the home?
I would say our dad's just going through a big transition right now and facing some mental strain and some mental health depression right now, just facing the changes that he is going through and going into a rehab and not feeling like he is being valued in his opinions or his ideas and things like that. So just kind of addressing that depression and helping our father through that change right now.
Okay. Anybody else or anybody else want to share just what's going on?
He's just struggling right now. Um, the rehab has just been really, really difficult for him, and he's just really declining and at a rapid pace. His health is not getting any better. I think because mentally he is just in turmoil.
Yeah, it's declining. Yeah. So, what kind of resources are you using to support you and your dad right now? Is there anything that you're kind of decided that you would do to help the situation, or and how is that going? I don't know if it's going too well right now, but could you tell me some of those things
Well, one of
that you?
the resources we were using was the dietitian, and that just is not going very well because we're just not feeling like our father is being respected almost. But that's one resource we've attempted.
Okay, all right. Um, what is the main thing that he's kind of relying on, or you guys are relying on together to help you get through this? Or is there, um, a cultural thing that you're doing, or um, religion type things, praying, um, anything like that, or
Yeah, I would
help?
say that's our main stability right now, relying on our religion. Um, every time we go visit, pray with our father for, strength and recovery. Um, that's been very helpful for us. And I think doing it as a family has been even better, just knowing that we have all our support, um, bringing it together. That has been definitely good and has helped us.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what I would say is just our family like unit has been a big resource.
it's been your strength, hasn't it? I mean, it really, and and having that belief in God and just trying to move through this the best way you can, um, and that could make it hard. I mean, it's not easy all the time. Um, you mentioned your father has been saying maybe I should just die. This is a serious. talk that he's doing. How often has he said this? What is his mood and behavior like when he says it? Has he ever expressed thoughts like this before?
I
It's
wouldn't say, sorry. I wouldn't say that he's ever expressed or said anything in the lines of, I should just die.
Yeah,
I mean, he's gone through, tough times where he's been down and things like that, but I don't think it's ever gotten to this level where he's just given up.
right. Do you think the home is causing that because maybe lack of care that they're not giving, and then with the dietitian really not trying to connect with him? I mean, is that causing that to happen? I mean, uh, his decline.
Yeah, I guess potentially we don't really know what goes on at all times. And like you would think that, they do their job accordingly, to fit the person. Um, we haven't really talked about taking like further precautions, like maybe, monitoring him or like setting up a camera or,
Yeah,
giving specific instructions or anything like that because, we don't really believe we should have to do that. But,
right,
at this rate, we, maybe could look into that. But yeah, I guess we just don't really know what's going on. So we don't really know in specific what has been, causing him to feel like that.
We can just go off of what he tells us.
yeah, yeah. One of the when you filled out that questionnaire, you talked about maybe having a therapist come out, and that would be helpful. I mean, is that something you would like me to do to get you somebody that could connect with Albert and you, and maybe talk through some of the or debrief some of the things that are going on? Would that help you?
Yeah, I think
I
that,
think that would be very beneficial just because, he is voicing concerns, but at the same time, we would want to like understand him more like mentally in a way,
Yeah,
like to figure out what's kind of going on in his mind. I think that would help a lot.
Well, I think like sometimes it's hard to maybe like tell your family, especially when you're the dad
yeah.
yeah,
and you're supposed to be the strong, support and stuff like that. So I think maybe having somebody else outside of us, maybe he might be able to open up a little bit more
sure,
and figure out maybe what's going on, within himself that's making everything, just so detrimental.
right, right. Um, would it be good to get maybe have all of us and even Albert get together with the dietitian just to discuss some of this stuff and bring out some of the issues that we have with not with her, but just the situation, and
Yeah,
maybe we could change, or reset some of the things that are going on, and maybe even change some of the food. So
yeah, maybe it's even just getting a better understanding or allowing her to maybe understand where we are coming from or where we are kind of viewing things. Maybe that would
yeah,
be beneficial.
yeah. Um, I know his diet is important to him. Can you help me understand the significance of the food? Is that part of his cultural identity connection? Or is it just a source of comfort? I mean, or is it both? Yeah.
I'm going to say it's both. Um, I think that he has, he's been in this country for, quite some time.
Yeah.
But he still has lots of ties back to, his roots.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, um, that gives him comfort. But I think that having, those small traditions and like the food and stuff, that just helps him like remember home.
Yeah, no, that's good. And everything has meaning to it, and the food has a great meaning to it. I'm sure that you sit around the table and eating the same food, and you appreciate it. And so I just think it's important that dietitian knows that. I think even though he's lived over here for 40 years, he has his country, and you kind of had those traditions, and I think it's important that those ring true because that brings meaning to everything, and I think it would help the situation. I think. Um, how have you guys managed in the past, especially this last little bit? He's been in the hospital, and I don't know. He's had the hip problem, and then the renal problem. How have you guys, or how have you gotten through that? Um,
I would say each other. Yeah, just relying on one another and using like our skills and our different outlooks to kind of swap places every now and then so we're not overwhelming each other.
sure. Yeah. No, I think it's very important because you have a really close family, and I think that is a driving force that would help you. I mean, and continue to help. So, um, can you walk me through the specific interactions with the dietitians? What was said, and how did it make you and your father feel? What would reasonably compromise on the food like to you? I mean, um, could you compromise? I mean, could you sit together and synergize on that and figure out a better plan? I guess a food plan.
Mm-hmm.
I know it made me personally feel angry. And I think it frustrated our father. And it's just been a negative cloud over all of us because it's already hard enough trying to go through everything that, our family's going through. But then to have someone that's supposed to be a support and
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
kind of show up and just make it even
Yeah.
more difficult and also be rude about it at the same time
Yeah. That'd be
is
hard.
where, yeah, it makes you feel, a certain way.
Yeah. Well, would you be willing to meet with her? I mean, if we had the opportunity just to work through this stuff. I mean,
Oh, definitely.
okay. All right. Okay.
We can only
Um,
here benefiting
what
our.
is? Go ahead.
I was just saying we can only go up and benefit our father if we meet with them. So
Okay. Sounds good. All right. What is your main goal in meeting with me today? Best case scenario, what would a positive outcome for your father look like over the next few weeks? So if we sat down and made a plan, what are some of the things we could do right now just to help him through this situation? And you guys, I mean, together.
I would say meeting with the dietitian, like you said, I think meeting as a group together would be very beneficial. Um, and maybe even getting him with a therapist and maybe having a therapy session with all of us together. So we can communicate about some things and just get a better understanding of what's really going on, and what
Okay.
we're expecting and what we're not expecting.
Right. Yeah, I think it's important. I think um, because there has been no communication, it just that's where the frustration, I think, has really gotten out of hand, and it's really gotten out of hand with Albert. And I just hope we can meet together and kind of get him to come out of some of the frustration he has, and maybe even advocate for himself in the same time. So anyway, all right. Well, I appreciate you meeting with me.